about the grassroots, which is a very critical component of any government to achieve developmental goals. Recall that just before the 2023 February presidential election, President Bola Tinubu was on a door-to-door campaign within the wards of the 774 local government areas across the country, reaching out to the grassroots to help achieve his renewed hope mandate. So what's he doing differently at the grassroots, particularly with the removal of fuel subsidy? How is the local government, which is the closest to the people, coping and also helping in cushioning the effect on residents? I'm joined now by Executive Chairman, the Solo Local Council Development Area, Honorable Bayo Olasoju. Thank you for joining us on the program. I want us to begin with the economic reality of the people in your local government area aftermath the removal of fuel subsidy. What's the feeling you're getting?
Well, good evening. The fuel subsidy removal is not too easy because we are used to things being cheap. But now, because the people know the adverse effect of the subsidy on the economy itself, we have to borrow to cushion the effect of the subsidy. And if you look at when the subsidy was removed, actually a lot of us were expecting a lot of cries, a lot of noise. But the people appraised it because they saw the genuineness and the sincerity of Mr. President in the removal. And everybody is trying to adjust to what we have now.
So, the pressure is now on state government and, local government, or let's say LCDAs like yours, to step up in the area of intervention. So some government talked about reducing the number of work hours, rolling out, free transportation for the people within the local government areas. Have you started any programs yourself in that regard?
Yes, we try to prioritize those who work in our council system by doing by going with what the state government is doing, reducing the price of buses for them, trying to push in on the welfare. But the people are really adjusting to that. They know when to move, they know when not to move. And in the times of welfare, we try to, like in my council, we have been doing what we call care for the elderly, those who are older, 60 years and above before. But we'll try to bring it down now to 50 years so that people can really feel it. And that's what we're doing now. Most times, some even do work from home now because of the effect of the transport fare and so forth, so forth. But we are trying to cushion the effect as a local government, which is the closest to the grassroots.
So when you say the people are adjusting to the new reality, do you think you're speaking for majority of the people? Because a few of the tweets we read earlier talked about, increase in transportation fare. An individual mentioned the fact that the inflation for food prices, according to him, are off the roof. And they are worried about, the federal government's position on intervention. Talk to me about what you think is the reality of majority of the people at the grassroots, particularly economic-wise, and how they've been able to forge ahead with the reality of pricing at the market.
Well, like I said earlier, because we are the closest to the grassroots, the reality will come more to the local government. The woman who sells fish in the market, we say government. The woman who does sell pure water, we say government. But the truth is, even the federal government who is bringing out this policy is looking at ways to cushion the effect down the line. One, we have stepped up our food bank in ensuring our people, especially the vulnerable ones, are not going through much of that stress of the increase. And if you see what people are writing now, that there should be pricing commission to stabilize prices. People take opportunity. You increase fuel by 10 naira, people increase the prices of, these are not government policies, but individuals. So it's not just about the government, it's about individual understanding too that the government starts with you and does not end with you. So the government are formulating policies on how to cushion the effect. If you look at our governor now, he's doing everything to ensure and equally tasking the local government that told my line of relieving the people from this. But I know we'll get over it. Once we stabilize with this removal, there will be government policies that will influence pricing, that will influence even the welfare of the people.
A lot have been said about the need for the local government to take its place effectively as the closest to the people. We've also had the conversation about autonomy, which was rejected by majority of state governments last year. But what are your expectations under the Tinubu administration?
Well, I will say this. President Tinubu is a grassroots politician who feels the pulse of the people from. That's why, like what you just spoke about, his campaign, he took it from local government to local government, ward to ward. When he was governor, he was imagining the vastness of Lagos. And that's why he created the LCD, so that the government can be taken closer to the people. In Lagos State, for example, you see that local government make roads, local government build health centers, local government are involved in every facet of infrastructural development. In some other states, you might not have it that way because he has that idea of what he wanted about the grassroots development. And that's what we're having. So for me, I strongly believe in Mr. President that the local government administration will improve because he knows how our people are feeling about their pains, their fears, and how to improve their well-being and livelihood. And that's what we are doing in Lagos. That's why Lagos is the pace setter in anything that has to be done properly and done well. Thank you.
Precisely what would you say to those Nigerians who are concerned that 38 days after removing fuel subsidy, we're yet to hear from Abuja as regards federal government's intervention?
Well, to me, except to expecting magic, and I can tell you, Mr. President is not a magician. For every step, they know that some effect will come up. If you look at what is happening now, they are trying to bring in policies that will cushion in the effect of the removal of the subsidy. All I will say is that we should be patient, we should tolerate a little more. The good days are just at the back of our legs.
Honorable Bayo Lasuju is the Executive Chairman of the Solo Local Council Development Area in Lagos. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
And that's our show today. You can watch a repeat broadcast at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Ogunte. Remember to join the conversation on Twitter using the hashtag #first100days. See you again at 7 p.m.